All right, so we're going to do the board foot calculations now. Now, to do this, I've got a chart here. It's got the cost of all the lumber, and then we're going to kind of go over what all this means and how to figure out what a board foot is. So the first thing we got to do to find out what a board foot is we got to look at what one board foot is. And one board foot is 12 inches long by 12 inches wide by 1 inch thick. And if we do the math for that, 12 times 12 times 1 is going to give us 144 inches cubed. Okay? So this is a very important number to remember. In fact, it's so important, I'm just going to leave it over here by itself, and I'm going to change my pen color. Let's go to blue. So we've got woods down here of varying species, and our cutting boards are all different. So like they could be all sorts of different things. So I could have a cutting board that has several species of wood. So maybe I have cherry, walnut, maple, cherry, and I'm just laying out my strips here. Cherry, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's say I've got 2 oak strips, and these ones will be smaller. So what I got to do is I got to calculate board feet. So the first cherry strip, and most of these strips are going to be 1.5, 1.5 times 12 inches long times 1 inch thick. And that's going to be the same for all of these. So once I figure this out, it'll be easier to do the rest. So if I put this into a calculator, and I will bring up a calculator to help you out here. Help me out too. So 1.5 times 12 times 1 is 18. No big surprise there. So we got 18 inches cubed. So what does that mean? 18 inches cubed. Well, 18 inches cubed is a portion of a board foot. So if we take 18 inches cubed right here, and we put it over one board foot, which is 144 inches cubed, we are going to get, if we put it in our calculator, 18 divided by 144, we're going to get 1/8 of a board foot. So if I come over here, the answer to this is going to be 0.125 board feet. 0.125 board feet. And that's the same for any board that's going to have these dimensions. So the cost of this would be what cherry is, we're saying $3.60. So we got $3.60 times 0.125 board feet. And the answer to that is going to be, for that specific strip of cherry, 360, is going to be 45 cents. So this specific strip right here is going to be 0.45 cents. And these 2 strips of cherries down here, these are also going to be the same price, because this cherry was 1.5 times 12. This cherry was 1.5 times 12. And same thing here, like the walnut, 1.5 times 12. The maple, 1.5 times 12 times 1. So all of these, if we do them, are going to be 18 inches cubed. 18 inches cubed, 18 inches cubed, 18 inches cubed. So all those are 18 inches cubed, and therefore we just need to come in and put our dollar value. So for walnut, that would be $8.80. For cherry, boom, it would be, or maple, I'm sorry, it would be $3.80, $3.80. We already did the cherry, so the cherry we already know without doing any calculations is 45 cents when we're all done. 45 cents. and then I'll get to the oak in a minute. So this, since it's the same exact size, I don't have to do any extra calculating. I can do 1.25 board feet. And then this one's the same, 0.125 board feet. And let's see. So get the calculator. 0.125 times 880. That's $1. So $1.10. And then if we look at 380 times 0.125, we've got, coming over here, what was that we had? 47. We're going to round it up to 48 cents just to make sure. These ones are 45. Now, the oak is tricky. The oak in this particular cutting board were thinner strips. So the oak strips were 0.75 times 12 times 1 inch. Which, if we did the math, I can do it off the top of my head. It's going to be half of this. So it is going to be 9 inches cubed. And it would be the same over here. Now that requires we recalculate how many board feet 9 inches cubed is. So 9 inches cubed over 144 inches cubed is going to be, and we can throw it in the calculator, 9 divided by 144, and we get 0.0625, which, if anyone knew that, I would not be surprised, because that is half of up here, essentially. All right, so we got 0.0625 board feet. So to calculate the price here, we would look at what oak is. Oak was $2.90, the cheapest wood in the bunch. So 290 times 0.0625, which would equal, and now we could have also, if we were clever, looking at that, we could have just been like, hey, these two 0.75 inch strips, they just add up to 1.5, and then we could have done it by the figure we've been using up here. But it's okay. Either way, we're getting it done. So we got 0.0625 times 290, which is going to be, we'll round it up. Oh, we'll round it down. We'll say 18 cents. So 18 cents. 18 cents. All right. And then to get our total, so our total cost, would equal all of these added up. So it would be 0.45 plus 0.45 plus 0.45 for the 3 cherries, plus $1.10 for the walnut, plus 48 for the maple, and then 18 cents a piece for the oak. So I'm just going to add those together, and it's quicker to punch in the calculator for me anyway. So 18 plus 18 plus, we'll clear it out so we don't have all the extras. So we got 0.36 plus 0.48 plus $1.10 plus 0.45 plus 0.45 plus 0.45. And this cutting board with this particular flavor has a total cost. If we look down here, a total cost of $3.65. So $3.65. And I've got extra decimal points in there, and I wonder where they're from. Oh no, it's not going to be that much. There's extra values in here. So we got to clear everything. So it would be 0.45, 0.45 plus 0.45 plus 0.45 plus 110 plus 0.48 plus 36. So it's 329. So don't want to cheat you. Only 329. So we'll erase that. Get my pen back. And we have 329 as our figure. So that is the total cost of the cutting board if those are the strips you happen to make. So once you've got that all figured out, that's it for the sheet. I hope this was helpful. The real important things to get from this lesson is this is one board foot, this many cubic feet. No matter how much lumber you have, to figure out how many board feet it is, you would divide it by 144. So if I had a board that was, let's say, 16 inches long and 6 inches wide and then 2 inches thick, and I multiplied those together, so 16 times, not plus, times plus 0 times, square it out, 16 times 6 times 2. So if I got, my answer here is 192. So if that board was 192 inches cubed, we would just take that 192 and we divide it by 144 inches cubed. So divided by 144, and that would mean that that board was 1.3 board feet. And that's how you calculate board feet. You multiply whatever piece of lumber you have, length times width times height, or depth, or thickness, however you want to look at it. That gives you a number in inches cubed. You divide that by 144, and that gives you your answer in board feet. Once you have your answer in board feet, you can multiply it by the cost of the wood per board foot. So not a terribly complicated operation. Hope this was helpful. Good luck.